Happy Halloween! Today is a glorious day because, well, we got so much to talk about. I tried actually looking for an orange shirt, but believe it or not, I actually don't own any orangey shirts. However, I guess Ozzy Osbourne will have to do along with I really should be wearing this party hat for every single video of mine. Comment below if you want to see NightmareRH wearing a red party hat in every single video and live stream moving forward. But like I said, happy Halloween. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. Yesterday I actually had a terrible technology day, but we'll get to that later on. Otherwise, really quick covering some updates. I did upload a new StoryFire video on my StoryFire channel, uploading all my censored content that, well, I can't really put on YouTube anymore over there. This video, House 1000 Bungholes, it got censored a couple years ago, and it took me a while to actually make. So, link will be down below for that video, and I'll be uploading another video on StoryFire probably tomorrow, doing a continuation of Halloween footage. But, otherwise, yeah, yesterday I tried live streaming. I had 2 blue screens of deaths on 2 different laptops. It was not a good day. My ISP was having a whole bunch of problems and outages in the area. I tried live streaming. It didn't go so well. I talked to them this morning, and they said, hey, we fixed a whole bunch of stuff. So we will be doing an afternoon Halloween live stream on Twitch TV. And next week, we're probably going to end up doing a 12-hour live stream. Not sure what date yet, but there's probably most likely going to be a 12-hour live stream, especially next week. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support, and all the people still watching these pods, videos, whatever you want to call them. But we are on the dreaded RuneScape 3. Oh, yes, it is so dreaded, right? No, not really. It's really not like that dreaded if you really think about it. It's just a different variation of the game. So, we're going to be talking, and I'm going to be buying a rare item today, or rather, well, a new rare item to the game. I want to say it's more so a promotional rare item. But let me go ahead and do some backpedaling here. I'm sorry, dude. I really my coaster literally just fell, and it fell on top of my little buddy. This is my little buddy. What's up? Okay, you go back to sleep. Okay. For those of you who don't know, that's my dog son, Reese. Reese as, like, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I honestly don't know how old he is. I got him 2 years ago. And, well, actually 2.5 years ago, February of 22. That's when I bought this recliner. But, he was in a kill shelter for over a year, and he came from, I drank way too much alcohol in my 20s. I believe he came from Alabama. Anyways, he was in a kill shelter for over a year. He was badly starved. This little guy has more PTSD than a VA hospital. Like, you want to talk about, like, so, he has to sit beside me, otherwise he starts crying. Which makes being a content creator very easy for him. Among constantly being surrounded by work computers as well. But otherwise, yeah. Talking more about Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. God, I would actually love some Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Maybe I'm going to actually buy some tonight. I'm actually in the middle of watching the movie The Omen, or the Omens series. So that's going to be my movies of choice on this Halloween night. Let me know down below also what movies you're going to be binging into. Okay, as I was doing, I was actually reaching for some agua. I have not made my pumpkin coffee yet. Probably going to make it this afternoon before live streaming, so I have some caffeine kick. Woo! A red Halloween mask was the first rare item that I got on this game. And we talked about this before. We talked about this a couple days ago. No, not a couple days ago. Who am I kidding? We talked about this in a previous pod episode. We were discussing the first RuneScape event, which was actually the Halloween event. This podcast episode was uploaded October 17th, 24. If you want to see all of these podcasts, link is down below in the bung bar. There's a playlist for all these podcasts. Halloween, the first RuneScape event, October 17th, 2024. And it was really a shocker how Halloween, the Halloween event was the first rare item event, or the first like seasonal type item they had out there. And then after that, it basically just started, a whole different, variety of, different Halloween-y, it's the Halloween, items and stuff like that. But the Halloween mask were released. Hold on, let me go ahead and pull this up really quickly. I have other tabs pulled up. I don't know why I don't have this one. Let's see. Red Halloween mask. When did you come out? 31 October 2000. Okay, so 31 October 2002. It seems like yesterday, but it's really not, if you really think about it. It's hard to imagine that this Halloween mask is over 20 years old. Let that sit in. Like seriously, let that go ahead and sit in. So, 31 October 2002, for one day, these items were dropped on this game. And ironically, this was the first rare item that I bought back in, 2007. I was debating on buying this or a dragon full helm because both of the prices were very similar. A dragon full helm, I believe, was a couple mil more. I think it was like 47, 48 mil or something like that. But a red Halloween mask was like a solid 43 million GP, and I ended up buying one. I said, yeah, it's a rare item. I should have got, I should have bought this stuff, so long before. But then rare items ended up crashing because of a trade limit that came out in late 2007, all throughout 2008. And rare items essentially were junk items. But now rare items have pretty much like made a comeback. However, today's video, we're going to be talking about primarily promotional items. And I am not getting paid by Jagex to talk about treasure hunter items. I wish I was, man. I mean, yeah, it would be nice to have some loads of sponsors on here paying Nightmare for talking about the game, huh? Yeah, no, Jagex has actually never reached out to me in that manner before, ever. But there is a new rare item. Now, I have been saying this for the last couple weeks, or actually not couple weeks, couple live streams, that I was actually going to spend $100 and something to buy the double keys. Because I guess over this past weekend, it was $120 something for 800 keys. And I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty good. But I guess it was only a weekend type thing, because now double keys aren't there. So I'm not dropping $130 just on 450 keys. It doesn't really make any sense. Not to mention, this is the new promotional item, Ensouled Pumpkin Mask. It's actually pretty awesome looking. However, this mask, though, did not just get randomly released this year. Although, for some reason, I guess I was really, really busy Yeah, I was in the process of selling my house last year, which was an utter nightmare around this time. No pun intended. So this promotional item came out 16 October 2023. It was last year, but it is a rare item. Hence a promotional rare item, just like a green Halloween mask. Not a green Halloween mask, a green Santa, which I ended up making the mistake and paying 3 billion GP for. And yeah, well, once people kind of saw how a green Santa was going to be a promotional item, which means released every year, it pretty much sold off. Same concept with 2022. You had the purple Halloween mask just massively just like sell off entirely. I ended up picking up one, I believe, around I think it was around like 300-400 mil. Even though right now I'm still down, I actually own a couple of these things. But as for the Ensouled pumpkin mask, it's one of those rare items that are going to continue to decline. And yes, it is a really cool thing, and I'm going to buy one right now, momentarily in this pod vid. But it's one of those things where it's significantly cool to have, but it gets re-released into the game, keeping the item price definitely suppressed. Now, I am in the process of saving for this item, but it's just like, it's a joke, man. I honestly should have done what I could to buy this item when the max cash stack pretty much like went away on RS3, and all rare items essentially dipped. A half jug of wine used to be like literally all rare items dipped like crazy, and I should have pushed my money, and I honestly really should have, but I didn't. I was stupid, and yeah, this is what ended up happening. You're talking like 15, 16 mil. Boom, baby. A half jug of wine is unreachable unless you are like doing the hardest of raids and getting the highest amount of like GP on the game. Someone that is like me, who is practically retired on RS3, and I'm just like doing an hour of Dagannoth Kings a day, and I'm making between 40 to 80 million GP. You think that's a lot of, you honestly think 40 to 80 mil GP an hour is a lot? You're dead wrong. A bond on RS3, I talked about this in the previous pod. Look at the bond price in RS3. Like, I mean, right now, I could theoretically spend $100 on bonds and have keep the number simple, 1.4 billion GP. So what would be more beneficial? If I were to spend $130 on keys and potentially not, like, you know, maybe or may not, like, get the Ensouled mask? Or what if I just spent $130 on bonds and I ended up getting like 1.8 billion GP? Microtransactions on RS3 are just utterly like unbelievable. But I will say that I do have some GP definitely on the sidelines, and I'm going to be spending this on this Ensouled mask just because I think it's definitely cool to have, especially for my items of rare items on this game. And it just blows my utter mind. Blows my utter mind. And I ended up started buying like a lot of these rare items and stuff. Like, I honestly totally forgot about the orange Halloween mask. When did the orange Halloween mask even come out? Hang on one second. I gotta look up the orange Halloween mask. Totally forgot about that. But it did not do very well. Obviously, you see the price. Orange Halloween mask came out during the 2023 Halloween event. Wow. Okay, so I guess it was a promotional item last year along with the Ensouled head, maybe? I honestly, you wanna know what? Last year, I really wasn't paying attention a lot to this game. Like I said, my life was utterly chaotic. And, maybe last year we had two items on RS3. I honestly don't recall. But all that I know is I ended up buying one, which the price of this item is just utterly just beaten down. But yeah, I mean, rare items on this game, they do get beaten down. Especially treasure hunter items. Okay, so this item was 705 mil at one point. Obviously now it's just utter, just like, it's having some trouble. Let me just say that. It's having a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble out there. However, a lot of rare items are never ever going to be re-released. I'm pretty sure that the golden PP hats are never going to be re-released. I'm almost positive the pet a season, or maybe not. They're ever getting re-released. Obviously, a green Halloween mask, that's never getting re-released. Blue Halloween mask, that's never. Santa's, I mean, there would be an outcry on this game if Jagex started re-releasing these rare items. Oopsies. Please, dear God, don't eat the pumpkin. That's a very expensive pumpkin. I did actually buy, I mean, if it's one thing to potentially really, like, invest in rare items, I guess you theoretically could, like, buy all these, like, cheap, I mean, when I say cheap, I mean, they're still fairly expensive. I remember the fish mask when that was a rare item, but everyone hated it. Wood tails, that's a rare item. And I ended up buying all these stupid rare items. Woodland fox nares, I think I got those really cheap. Rainbow things. Yeah, it's laughable. The amount of discontinued items in RS3, I really should do another pod talking really more about this. But then you get into, like, the big, gigantic, juicy ones. Like, obviously, the red PP hat. You really... It's one of those things where it comes down to, do you make enough GP on this game to really want or have a desire to buy rare items? I mean, me, I am a GP hound. Yeah, I got 6.5 billion GP saved for a half jug of wine. And that ended up taking me, like, a very long time to actually, like produce. A very long time to actually make. An extremely long time. Okay, so we got one mask at 560. Let's go ahead and try. I believe the Ellie GG is telling us. Let's see. What was the last traded price in this thing? Ensouled. There is probably no way that I'm ever going to be getting a half jug of wine anytime soon, unless it crashes. So, one instantly sold for 667 GP. Let's see if we can actually get it for 605 mil, for 650 mil. Let's see if we can downplay it a little more. Okay, obviously we cannot do that. What's this little star? Add item to favorites. There's a lot of new things on RS3G that I'm kind of really unaware of. Okay, so 660. Actually, it's Halloween. We're watching Damien series. Yeah. Come on, son of the devil. Give me luck. Okay, son of the devil is definitely not giving me luck here. Let's try 667 mil of what is on this site. That's obviously not selling. Okay. Let's try then. You want to know what? Screw it. This really is RS3GP. 700 mil. Let's see if we can snipe one for 700 mil. Ah, there we go. What do we get? Probably 680 mil. That's not bad. Okay. So I just saved myself $125 instead of buying keys. Not a bad deal. Ooh. Okay. Now that is actually cool, man. That is actually pretty tight. Is that worth so it used to be Ensouled Pumpkin Mask when the event ended last year, the price actually skyrocketed, which is a little alarming. It doesn't necessarily happen like that. But that is actually really cool. I am definitely digging this one. Now, but here's the downside. I just paid 680 mil. I'm probably going to jot this down on my little handy-dandy notebook for future references, or just use this video as like a past like diary. I guarantee you next year, if this mask gets re-released, I guarantee you next year, if this thing gets re-released, it's going to be less in value. Hands down. It's going to be less in value. There is absolutely no way it's not going to hold its value. I'm actually buying another orange Halloween mask just because I cannot believe, firstly, I only got one of them, and secondly, I honestly can't believe how cheap they are now. Purple Halloween mask, yeah, I loaded the boat on those, but obviously the boat ended up sinking. Otherwise, yeah, this is like not really the worst rare item, or I want to say really discontinued item on the on the planet. But this is what RS3 has really become, is just, it's all about cosmetics now. These things, these like Aurora tokens, or rather I want to say these cosmetic little things, they've really taken over the aspect of like RuneScape 3. And now RuneScape 3 is all about cosmetics. In case, you know, you're unaware of how RuneScape 3 rock and rolls, it's Cosmeticscape. 150% cosmetic. The only good thing about Cosmeticscape is that we got old school RuneScape. Thank God. Okay, so on a closing note, because I am keeping this episode relatively short, I have a lot of stuff to do, but I'm really excited to get on live stream today and make some gains, especially on more gains on old school RuneScape. I'm utterly crushing gains right now. But in the 12-hour live stream that's probably going to happen next week is most likely is going to be old school RuneScape content. We still got so much to do on old school RuneScape. Working closer and closer towards Song of the Elves. Oh yeah, Song of the Elves. Is it bad that we get these promotional items on RuneScape 3? And is it bad about all the microtransactions that happens? No. If it wasn't for RuneScape 3, old school RuneScape may or may not exist. And at the same time, there might be microtransactions on old school RuneScape. So if you are one of those hardcore old school RuneScape players that don't really understand RuneScape 3 or just really don't respect it in a way, and by all means, you can have your own viewpoints out there. I'm just sharing mine. But I respect RuneScape 3, and I do have love for RuneScape 3 still. And it is still a fun game, don't get me wrong, or variation of RuneScape. But it just goes to show you how crazy these new rare items can actually be. And we got a variety of Halloween masks now. There is a black, we have a black party hat. We don't have a black Halloween mask. We have a black Halloween mask in old school RuneScape. We do have a black party hat on RS3 that has utterly just skyrocketed. I'm probably never, ever going to be getting a Black Santa. A Purple Santa? A what? When did a Purple Santa come out? Okay, yeah, the Black Santa, I'm probably never going to be getting. Regular Santa, maybe I'll pick up more, you know, as it goes. But okay, hold your horses, man. I did not know that there was even a Purple Santa. Whoa! Like, this is how, like, out of tune. So this is how, if RuneScape Purple Santa, let's see. If you miss one update on RuneScape 3, it all goes to, it all goes out the window. Wow, man. Yeah, I was moving cross country back in end of November last year. My house sold. So 2023 Christmas event, I was definitely really drunk during this time frame. Obviously, I was so drunk that I ended up missing. Wow. That is just utterly just like crazy. I didn't even know a purple Santa hat is a thing. That is just. But then once again, let's take a look here on Ellie. Once again, promotional items just get utterly suppressed. But if you want these items, obviously, okay, so it came out and it was 1 billion GP. Maybe I remember this and I just never ended up buying them. Yeah, I think maybe that's, but like right now, picking up a couple is not like anything. Like a couple $100 million on RS3 is like absolutely nothing. But that just blows my mind. I probably saw it and I'm probably just never got around to buying it. But that is just crazy. There's a purple. You want to know what? Screw it. Let me buy 3. Purple Santa hats on this game. Well, okay, Purple Santa hat. Join the club. I think I got. Yeah, I think you can only buy 2 of them per day. Yeah, you can only buy 2 of them per day, or 2 of them every 4 hours. My bad. 2 of them every 4 hours. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that one sit there. But yeah, that is just utterly wild. Did not even. Well, we just learned. What have we learned today? I learned something new. There's a lot more rare items on this game than well, I could ever imagine. Alright, I will see you guys on Twitch TV later today. Otherwise, hopefully everyone is going to have a great Halloween. Love you all. Make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, and later.